Good afternoon, guys. I'm out in the shop cleaning my boat out, getting ready to take it up to get some service work done on it for the coming tournament season. It's a good time, this time of the year, to get that done. Not a lot going on in the boat shop, so you can get whatever you need done pretty quick and get everything fixed up where you're ready to go when the tournament season starts, and you have a little peace of mind and nothing to worry about. But excuse me, what I'm going to do is actually, when I go into this box right here, I'm going to show you what I keep in that box, and we're going to talk about why I keep what I keep in this box. And there's life-saving tools that I keep with me all the time. Very, very important to do in the wintertime. Especially in the wintertime, you want to do this. It's not so important in the summer when the water's hot or warm, but anytime between, say, end of September and 1st of May, you probably want to do this. I mean, for real, it's all kidding aside, it could save your life or someone else's life. So I'm going to hop in the boat now and show you what I'm talking about. Gotta love those trick steps, huh? They're pretty awesome. I'll never own another boat without trick steps on it. That's a fact. So what we're going to talk about is some of the things I keep in this box right here. Life vest, bag of spare clothes, full suit of clothes, mind you. Rain suit, keep my little 100-mile-per-hour rain suit in there. Keeps me dry and warm. That goes along with all this other good stuff. Let's close that lid back down. And here's what the main thing I want to talk to you guys about right here is the clothing, articles of clothing I carry with me. Specific items I carry that are very important. But first, before we go over that, we're going to talk about this, my life vest. None of this is going to do you any good if you don't wear this and you fall out of the boat in the wintertime in water that's anywhere from 40 degrees to 55 degrees or 60 degrees even, hell, even 70 degrees, right? I mean, hypothermia can set in really quickly. So important, wear your life preserver, not only when you're running down the lake, but when you're fishing. If you can stand to wear it. It's there and it'll save your life. It absolutely will save your life. Now let's go over our little bag of clothes. You can see this is a big giant Ziploc bag, right? You can get them at Walmart, Costco, wherever. You maybe even get something similar like Home Depot or Lowe's. Probably got them too. They're very handy, big. They hold a lot of. You can tell I don't even have the bag maybe halfway full with those clothes, probably a quarter weight. But anyway, let's get in here and see what we got in this bag right here, and we'll talk about why. So I got a spare pair of pants in here. Keep them, just old pair of pants, probably got a hole in them somewhere, just an old pair of work pants or something that are not any good. Keep some, of course, some underwear, pair of socks. That's probably one of the most important things right there is a pair of socks, believe it or not. A pair of socks. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, I can't stand having wet feet. So a good pair of dry socks when your feet get wet is gold, right? So we got a little base layer shirt in here, just a little camouflage base layer shirt, just something cheap and simple. Got a pair of Gore-Tex gloves in here, very important in wintertime. Keep your hands cold. You're running down the lake or whatever the case might be. Good to keep those. I got a little hoodie in here. It's actually a little Team Horizon Trike and Marine hoodie, but it's a hoodie. It's a very important outer layer to keep you warm. I got a pair of shoes in here, spare pair of shoes in the bag. As your feet get wet, your shoes get wet, you're pretty well done. Carry our flashlight in here, very important. Make sure that thing works at all times. Keep the batteries up date in it. Just leave that in the bag. Last thing is a lighter. I carry a little stick lighter with me. Believe it or not, that's probably one of the most important things that you can carry with you in the wintertime out on the lake fishing is a lighter, okay? Because if you fall out of the boat and you get wet, you may not be able to make it back to the shore, to the boat ramp. You know, hell, you might break down or something. You never know. So you may have to spend the night out there. I've seen people do that quite a lot in this country, get in trouble and have to spend the night out there because cell service is not very good when you're on the lake most of the time, especially in southeastern Oklahoma. Others are better. But anyway, that's very important. You fall out of the boat, you get wet, you can't get back to the ramp. At least you get to the bank, get your fire started, put your dry clothes on, get warmed up. If you have to spend the night out there, so be it. Stay put, stay with your boat, and stay there, and wait till daylight comes, and then work on a plan to get out of there. But that's pretty well about it. But the main thing is, you know, I fell out of the boat twice in my life. Once when I was in my early 20s. I fell out of the boat and I had a yellow rain slicker on. That's all I had back in those days. I was poor, still am. But anyway, if it hadn't been for my buddy, I believe his name was Denny Bird. I lost touch with him years ago, but he was able to reach far enough down in the water and grab a hold of my hand as I was sinking. If it hadn't been for that, I'd probably drowned, right? Second time I fell out of my boat, I just got hung up and I eased over to an old snag sticking out of the water, and I got my bait free, and I went to push off the old stump, old tree there, snag, whatever you want to call it, and it broke off at the water. And of course I went head first in with the stump, and it was April and water was about 67, 68 degrees, and believe me, that's cold, right? But if you fall out of the boat in 40-degree water, you're only going to last just a few minutes, guys. So very important, keep a dry pair of clothes with you. Make sure you know how to use your boarding ladder on the back of your boat. All your boats have them. If you have to climb up the engine, well, so be it. However you get back in the boat is however you get back in the boat. The quickest way that you can, get your wet clothes off, get your dry clothes on, get somewhere where you can get warmed up. Hypothermia is nothing to play with, and it happens very, very quickly. It can set in just a couple of minutes. You'll lose train of thought. A lot of things happen inside your body once it starts cooling off. So just take that advice for what you will, and the goal here with me sharing this is hopefully you can do this and it'll save your life or a friend's life or someone else's life that you see out on the lake that this has happened to. So stay vigilant and always be expecting the unexpected to happen, because it can happen in a heartbeat. Just be prepared. It doesn't take but a second to take up a lot of room or space in your boat. Doesn't add any weight, hardly a couple of pounds, but be prepared for whatever. I like to call this kind of my possibles bag. What can happen, and I want to try to lessen the likelihood of something real serious happening by carrying a few articles of clothing with me to make sure that I can get warmed up, get back to the truck, and ultimately back to my family. That's what it's all about. So hopefully that'll help you this winter, and hopefully you catch a bunch of fish and don't fall out of the boat. That's not a good thing, but if you do, you'll have the dry clothes and things on you that you can put on and carry on about your fishing trip or your day or whatever it is you're out there doing, duck hunting or whatever it is. So anyway, that's your Phoenix Boats tip for the day. Thanks for watching, and God bless and Merry Christmas.